that girl. We all know that trend that's been going around.
And I'm pretty sure by now we all know what it's about, everything that it entails.
We all want to be her.
But do you really want to be that girl, or are you already her? What we're going to be showing you in this video is the real tea behind being that girl. As much as there are amazing videos on
Like
that
how
girl,
to become her.
we're going to give you the real tea and tips and tricks on how you, yes, you that's listening right now, you can live your best life. Even still, be the best version of yourself, you know?
Hey, what's up everyone?
Hey guys, it's nice to see you again. Welcome back to our channel. And if you're new and you've never seen our faces, hi, hello. You, my friend, you look beautiful today.
Starting us off. And yes, I have it in my notebook. Why? Because... why not, really?
So to start us off, let's basically explain. That girl is an aesthetic.
Literally.
Think about it this way.
It's a lifestyle.
Do you remember back in the day when there was the Tumblr aesthetic?
Yeah.
And everybody wanted to be
that Tumblr girl.
And everyone was forcing the pictures, all of that.
Like the whole black and white, like looking away.
And you know, the snapbacks and then the... yes, you know,
the varsity jackets.
Yeah, that's the Tumblr aesthetic. But now, that girl's basically the Pinterest aesthetic. So,
or like the Visco girl almost.
Yeah.
I feel like it
fits into it. But it's more like on the Pinterest side where you go on Pinterest and you see that girl's looking great. She's got her life together.
I was doing they're put together and like they have a perfect life.
But I promise you, let me tell you now, that girl, she looks like she's got her life together. She's probably waking up at 5 in the morning to go to the gym.
To go on a run.
Yeah, to make her matcha or coffee, you know.
Her ice. What they call the ice I don't know what they're called. I'm not a coffee girl, I don't know about this.
Like iced coffee, but let me tell you this, let me tell you the truth.
She's dreading waking up at 5 in the morning.
It's all a lie, it's all a lie. Let me tell you, it was all a lie.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
That girl, let me tell you, the ones that you're all looking up to and you're thinking, oh, she looks amazing.
Like, how do I get that body type?
She's got her work done, and I promise you,
yeah,
that girl's depressed.
And they live a very, as much as you think it's realistic, they live a very, very unrealistic life. Like, let's be quite honest, I mean, props to you if you do this, but who actually can genuinely say with their chest that they get up at 5:30 every day, as in if you don't go to a job sort of thing, you just wake up at 5:30 in the morning for the sake of it, purely to go to the gym or to go on a run or whatever. Let's be honest, you won't do that every day. You may do it once every other day, but I highly doubt you do it every single day, unless you have to wake up at that time.
And also, doing it every day, it's not
actually good for your mental state as much as it's made it seem like it is.
There's that, but it's also not, what's it called? It's not keeping it up every single day. It probably feels like a chore at this point.
Yeah, you're gonna start dreading.
And I'm like, we're not telling you not to do it.
Just be careful with how you're doing it, because you also don't want to get into that state of mind that's like it's the only thing you have. Like, you have to do it, and if you don't, then like you're a failure.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna literally start us off with the negatives. I know we kind of already started with the negatives.
Basically, we kind of said what we're starting with.
Negative, anyways.
Negative Nancy.
Don't worry, we got you here.
We do have like the positives, because there are some positive attributes to being that girl or becoming a better you, but there's also a lot of negatives that come with that lifestyle.
So let me tell you, the first negative about this whole trend, perfect doesn't exist. As Hannah Montana said herself, nobody's perfect. I gotta work it again and again till I get it right.
She's quoted the life.
But nobody's perfect. But when you see that girl, all the pictures, everything, all the pictures, TikTok videos,
and that's what you think. And you think it's
makes
perfect.
it look like her life is perfect, and it's not.
It's really not.
It's not. Do you know why? Which is leading on to my second bit. It's because social media is fake.
Oh, I wrote that down too.
Oh my god, girl.
I wrote that too. Going off on that one, I put social media only shows a clip of their so-called perfect life. So like if you're watching a TikTok, you're essentially watching at most a minute of their perfect life, and realistically, they probably filmed that 1 minute within the first 10 seconds of their life. And like that day.
And I know we all know this, but it's like we subconsciously forget
that that's minor detail, which is very important.
Another thing kind of going off that is, alongside social media, you've got the productivity / hustle culture, and let me tell you, it's all a facade. Like, and no one is that productive in life, and if you are, props to you.
Yeah, like,
I'm trying to be
if
like
you are,
like I'm trying to be like you.
It's not every person that can literally like work 8 hours straight without even taking a break.
And then those, oh my gosh, those ones that are like, if you're not doing this, you're not living your life.
Yeah.
I'm just like, leave me alone.
Everyone lives their life how they want to live their life.
Sorry, the camera cut out or what she was saying and she doesn't remember, so we're going to continue anyways.
If I remember, I'll say it again.
But the next thing we were basically saying alongside of that was basically, I'm so sorry. If your name is Jennifer, hi, it's nice to meet you. You might as well click the subscribe button. You might as well stick around and stay.
You know, we're saying hi.
Yeah. But let's say Jennifer, for instance. She's woken up early in the morning. She looks like she's got her life together. She's got that Tesla
money.
That beautiful white Tesla, the big model. And then she's got the sky to ceiling ratio windows on
Sky to ceiling.
Ceiling to floor, window, apartment building, like rooftop kind of apartment building. And then you've got Stephanie. Hi again, Stephanie.
I was gonna say Sally.
Oh, well, the S's. Hi, if that's your name, you might as well subscribe as well. Hi. And you get to that point where you realise, oh, look at them. They're like,
They're living like the
they've got
perfect
all their
life.
Let me tell you something. You're basically where you're supposed to be in life.
And you're probably happier than said Jennifer.
Right,
Living
because do
in
you know
her
how much-
perfect viewed apartment.
No, because do you know how much pressure it is to obtain it, to keep it going?
Just keep consistent, basically.
Uphold, that's an obtain,
Wow.
sorry. But yeah, to obtain it, it's hard, it's stress, it's not good for you, it's just not. So, another thing about the whole being that girl, first of all, there's nothing bad about it, there's nothing wrong about this, because I am an ally or a supporter of this, romanticizing your life. You know, we all do it, we all gonna love it.
Yeah, we all kind of do that. We all create scenarios for ourselves.
Yeah, you know, but this is more of a very extreme version of it, because who are you really trying to impress? You or the whole world?
Yeah.
Who are you trying to impress?
And realistically, you need to be content within yourself first before you try to go out of your way to make others content.
Screaming that. I've been screaming that to people. I've been screaming it. Everyone thinks I'm going mad, but I've been screaming it.
Go mad.
Oh my days.
But also, just wanted to add, becoming that girl and trying to be that girl, it can become a very expensive lifestyle because you watch all these that girl people just posting up all the aesthetic pictures of their food, their cameras,
And to be honest,
their Louis V bags, their Chanel bags and all that. And it's expensive to keep up that lifestyle.
But to be honest, you know what? It does like make us think like, make us want to try new things.
Yeah.
I'm not against it, but you need to remember, do you have the funds?
And
Because I don't have it. You don't have it.
Exactly. Like, you have to remember, everyone is at different points in their life.
Yeah.
So if that person is doing it, it's because they're at that point that they can afford to do it. So don't think just because at the moment you can't, you're never going to get to that point. But it's what you've said already. You have to take time with these things and not rush into them.
Now, this is, I promise you, this is my favourite topic. Not my favourite topic, but it's a comparison for me. The comparison in life is basically what we've more or less somewhat covered. As hard as it is, you just need to learn to stop comparing yourself to others.
And as much as it's difficult, because let's be honest, we all do it. I don't think there's going to be any one person that can say they don't compare their life to anyone. And it is a difficult thing, but you have to think of it in the sense of like, you're doing you and that person is doing that person sort of thing. And you're not always going to mirror that person.
Yeah.
Everyone is different, which is why God only created one of you. So you have to learn to accept that part of yourself.
Oh my days, I couldn't even say that nicer.
Couldn't even say it nicer.
But it's very like mentally draining.
Yeah.
And one thing about that girl, like the negative side to this trend is more of you're comparing yourself like, oh, she's doing this, so I need to one up her, and that's not the case.
And do you know what's worse? I think it's when you're like the same age.
Yeah.
Because like, as in, someone will post on Twitter like, let's say they're our age 22,
It's
and they'll post a picture being like, oh,
gosh.
hormone at the age of 22, and then you look at that tweet and you're like, damn, like we're the same age and I'm still living in my mom's house sort of thing. Sometimes you need to look at it like, what has that person been through to be able to have gotten to that stage in her life by that age that maybe you haven't been through?
When I tell
Do you know what I mean? Maybe they come from a very traumatic childhood home and their whole life was getting out of it, which is why by the age of 22 they were able, because they worked for that. You might not be in that position. You might have had a lovely like childhood with parents that you adore and want to stay with for as long as you can. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes you need to take that into consideration before you start comparing what they're at in terms of age to what you're at.
Now that you basically heard all the negatives, because it makes it seem like we don't like the trend. Don't get me wrong, I love the trend.
It's a very fun trend and it's nice to look at like people's, like how they make it look so aesthetically.
Fam, you just took the words out of my mouth. I basically said, you can become that girl, but is it by force to make it aesthetic? Because let's be real, if that girl, you see her like, she's waking up early in the morning, you see her jumping out of bed, I know it's not happening like that. She's probably still doing that.
And I promise you, she's probably refilmed that specific clip about 10,000 times now before you actually see the final clip.
Exactly. And like, she's probably doing that, but in the same sense, same scent.
Same.
In the same scent, she's woken up, she's looked at her phone time, and she's like, no, I can't do it.
I can't do this
I can't
again.
do it. But then she's like, she feels like she has to
It's
force
like
herself
just
to.
it's the pressure of then once people have seen you become that person, or having to keep hold of that person.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
And it's like, let's say you're packing up clothes, for instance, you see all the clothes there. This girl's not showing you the behind the scenes. That's the one thing you need to remember. There's so much behind the scenes to the whole process.
Yeah.
But anyways, on the positive note,
On the positive side,
this made it sound so negative.
we're not
guys.
just negative Nancy's, we're also positive Pollys over here.
But one of the main positives I say about this whole trend is actually kind of motivating, because it actually makes you realize if you're in a slump, let's say, and you
down in
want
the
to,
dumps.
yeah, and you're in a little downward spiral.
I said spinal.
Downward spiral. Okay, got it. It's very quiet, motivating to your, not necessarily your mindset, but kind of your mindset. It kind of helps you be like, oh, maybe if I try this, maybe that make this little small change, it can boost me up and, you know, get me going a little.
Yeah, I put going off like that sort of, in terms of motivational, I put it could be a very inspiring trend, and it can make you actually want to feel better about yourself rather than, like you were saying, being down in the dumps kind of thing. And I just put, but in terms of examples of like how to make yourself feel better, it could be tailoring that girl trend life to you. Yeah.
Not you getting
like
to where I want to get to.
Like, you know how like people post their like aesthetic meals, but as in they're like healthy meals and whatnot, but they're like going out of their way to get the expensive healthy meals. I put down, just make your own meals, but like tailor them to be healthy for you.
It also keeps you accountable. You could be like, hey, I'm gonna do this today, and you've already written it out, planned out your day, and then let's say for instance X, Y, and Z, you said you want to wake up at 10 a.m. because let me tell you, you don't need to wake up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that to be that girl. You could really wake up at 10
Believe me,
or 1 p.m.
I do that already to go to work, and I absolutely hate it. I am not doing it off my own accord now.
Oh yeah, it's basically like holding you accountable. So like you've made up your plan, so it's like now you have to fulfill it.
Yeah.
But don't make it too extreme to the point where you know you can't do it.
I just also wanted to add, in terms of like positive now, drink water. If there's one thing that the trend has taught, it's drink water. Because not only is it just in general good for you, it's almost like an inside detox and like your clear skin. So all of that you see on like that girl where they have like perfect skin, that's probably one thing that they don't promote as much, as in to do.
They do to an extent. They say drink water, but they don't tell you how much.
Yeah, that's
like
what I
the
mean.
recommended. I know this. I drink water. I really only drink water.
And water.
Like good skin. They say drink about 3 liters of water a day. It sounds like a lot, and you're like chugging it, but then
Remember, there's 24 hours in a day.
yeah, you've got a lot of time to do that. So basically, this part of the video, I promise you, just at the end. So this bit now is basically us giving you tips to basically improve your lifestyle, because that girl, you are that girl. Don't let no one tell you. Yeah. Mate, oh my gosh, I took the words out of my mouth. Really just need to embody her. That's really what you need to do. So some of the tips you can really use to become essentially that girl or better your lifestyle is, you know, just make small changes to your lifestyle. That could really be, like she said, drinking more water, getting up and being active, eating healthier, all of that jazz.
Maybe not even like looking at your phone as soon as you wake up. And I know it's difficult and every one of us does it, but sometimes have like a book next to you. Just write down like what you want to achieve that day. It doesn't even need to be like big goals sort of thing. Just little things that you want to do that day.
My next tip is basically work on yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Like, depends on whatever you decide to do. In the sense of change your mindsets. Those like small little changes can really help you become or embody your better version.
And also, when you wake up in the morning, try and make, like, when I say this, I don't mean you have to do your makeup every morning and wear the fanciest of clothes. But basically, it's trying to say, don't try to look A1 because you're trying to impress someone else. Do it because you want to feel better about yourself and you want to feel more confident and feel like that boost.
Not you going into my next point about confidence. Oh my gosh, let me tell you, that girl, she's really just confident. She doesn't care what other people think. Like, I'm gonna insert this video here. There's like a clip or a video of this girl on TikTok. I promise you, this girl is, I looked at this girl and I was like, damn, I want to be her. But then I realized what's stopping me. What is really stopping me? But yeah, it's just really embodying that. Like, and you want to be that person that when someone's walking down the street, they turn back and be like, oh damn, did you see her?
You know them ones where like you walk past kids, like little girls for instance, and like the girls whisper to us and like, oh, I want to look like her when I'm older.
That is that girl. That's who you want to be.
Yeah.
That's really it. Now my next tip is get rid of the unrealistic standards / goals. It speaks for itself. I don't need to explain.
Yeah, that one's pretty self-explanatory.
Alongside the confidence, going back to it, this one is about putting on an outfit and not caring what anyone else thinks. Because
you've got zebra pants and you want to wear zebra pants, then go ahead and wear zebra pants.
Have you seen like Emma Chamberlain? Perfect example I can use here, because because she's someone, yeah, her outfit might not match, but she doesn't care and she makes it work for her to the point other people like it. You see?
Basically, don't be afraid to wear your own style. Like, don't think because it doesn't fit the norm, you shouldn't be able to wear it.
Next, read books that improve your mindset. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna find like pictures of like books that can help improve your mindset or just help with like mentally, and we're just gonna slap them all on the screen here. Next would be set small goals to help you achieve the bigger goals. So for instance, that could be like
start with a small picture.
Yeah, that, for instance, that could be like a mind map. You can mind map it and be like, oh, I'm gonna
do this to get to this.
Like, what does someone want to do? What does someone in life want to do? Let's say content create, because that just seems like the easiest thing to come in my mind since we're talking to you. Hi. It would be, you think of the journey, like you're thinking of the results, but you're not thinking of how you're going to get there.
The building blocks.
Yeah, it's more about thinking about how you're going to get there and then worry about the result
when it comes.
Buy motorbike.
Quiet on set.
Buy motorbike. Yeah, thinking about when you get there. That's basically what I mean by that. Okay, this one's gonna really help with you mentally if you really want to become that girl. Because fam, you guys, why am I saying fam? But you know, hear me out. Get rid of toxic people / the toxic flags. The people around you really impact on your mental health
and just your life in general, really.
Hear me out. You know when I was like, don't do the trend, not do the trend, but make it your own. Like, you can take ideas from other people, but just remember, this is a famous saying, and I get why they say it. It says, make it your own, as not one size fits all. No one size fits all. Does that make sense? Maybe someone should tell American Apparel that, but or Brandy Melville.
I was gonna say Brandy Melville.
Is American Apparel even around? That's gone, isn't it? Just going back again, just making sure you do it for yourself and not for others, because no one actually cares.
As sad as that may sound, no one really
You know what?
cares.
I realise no one actually cares what you do with your life.
Or like if you're outside and you think you're doing something weird, or you think what you're doing is weird, and you're like, oh my god, people are watching me, I'm so embarrassed.
Like, you get really awkward
believe me,
about
like,
it.
no what? Everyone's in their own world, and
Buy motorbike. Okay.
I don't mean it in the sense of like no one cares about you, as in I don't mean it in a bad way, I mean it in like a good way, like as in don't think what you're doing because you find it awkward that now everyone around you is staring at you.
Because you know what it is, they probably want to be able to do that. They probably want to have that level of confidence. You have to be able to do what you're doing so freely and carefree. They basically want to do that, but they don't. That's why they're looking at you, probably judging you, but secretly they're like, oh.
Secretly they're envying that you can do it.
Next bit, don't change your life to become healthier. Live your life as it is in a healthier way.
Yeah.
So basically take everything we said.
With a pinch of salt.
Yes, with a pinch of salt, or maybe not. Take it with a whole bag of salt if you want. And just do what you need to do.
Take from this what suits you.
Yeah, and going off of that, eat what you want, but make it healthier. Let me tell you.
That's what I said.
No, let me tell you, because it's called a balanced diet for a reason. So I just poked you. And let me share this fun story. Right, I was one day. Was I on the phone? I don't know if I was on the phone to you or I was in the car. I was in my car, and I was sitting down. I was looking at this girl. Right, she was walking up the road. I was like, damn. She's got a fat bunda.
I think you were talking to
me.
I was like, I can't remember this.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, she's got her body's beautiful, bunch, chicken, everything perfect. And you know what it was? I was sitting there eating a bag of Cheetos, and I was like, damn. I was like, damn, she looks good.
Some people on FaceTime.
And you know what it was? I was like, that's not gonna stop me eating it. Why? Because it's a balanced diet. Other people, they might go in a downward spiral and then they just like throw away and then go very extreme into it, which is not gonna last long. They just need to realize that, okay, so she might look like that. It's okay.
And everybody is different in the sense of like, how do I word, like what someone may eat that for them might put on weight, you may be the complete opposite.
Yeah.
And just not even put on weight at all from that specific item. So I think as well, sometimes it's taken that into consideration. Not everyone's body works the same.
Fam, some people breathe in and they gain 20 pounds.
Some people breathe in
and it's just
So
as we're wrapping up, this one is basically try to live a more minimal life. You don't need a lot of things to be happy. Going along with the spending money.
Yeah.
But I'm one, hear me out, I love a little minimalistic aesthetic life. I don't know, it doesn't work, but it works to an extent. Like, I like minimal clutter. Because something you might think is minimal, someone else might think that's just plain boring, and that's not right. Oh, thank you very much.
On your eyelash.
Just think of it like, if it's minimal, make it to what your interpretation of that is.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to follow, there's no guide in life.
Oh, definitely.
If there was a life guide by now, I'd probably be rich and successful.
And not even that, if there was a life guide, everyone would just be doing the exact same thing and there'd be no like differentiality in life. So would you want to live in a world where everyone's exactly the same?
Okay, That's basically all the tips and tricks. However, now this is where the real tea becomes. This is the finishing finale. If you're gonna take something, take this real tea. The real tea about becoming that girl is self-love and confidence. And with that, it's basically embodying the person you want to become in the future. You might not know who she is, but you can take little small steps and
live a balanced life.
no, it's not by force. Just take every day as it comes, you know.
Yeah.
Relax, chill. Live every day like it's your last, but at the same time, just, you know, go with the flow. That's it.
That's about it, I think. I feel like we went off on tangents at some point.
But it made sense about what
we were
that girl
talking
is about.
Yeah.
Quickly going off that last, like the very last bit is that girl is basically the old it girl. Like back in the 90s when there was like the it girl, everyone used to be her on the cover of a magazine.
The one with the low-rise jeans.
Oh my god, no, don't trick me.
Crop
Anyways,
tops.
we're gonna trick my soul. Sorry, don't do it. Okay.
Y2K.
We love a good Y2K. We just really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you're not new and you've watched this bit and you do like kind of enjoy what we've spoken about and you want more things like this, because I promise
Like
you,
more topics like
yeah, this is just the
scratch of the
surface. This is just the surface. I was trying to do something cool, but I
can tell.
It's just the tip of the iceberg. That's it. There's more nitty gritty stuff, and if you want, you can do that. If you're new, you might as well just like and subscribe. You know.
I promise you, we're very fun people to watch.
Our content might just be all over the place, but I promise you, it makes sense because we are all over the place.
Exactly. Our life is all over the place.
Goodness me.
Make sure to turn on post notifications so you know when we next upload.
And our friends. You beautiful person over there. Don't forget to follow our social medias, which should be here on the screen. It will be linked down below. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye guys.
Bye.